Hello, welcome. If you can't tell by the title, I will be ranking all of the Deltarune Chapter 1 bosses by difficulty through violence. Now, before we begin, I would like to say that if you found this video in any way interesting, it would be very helpful if you were to like or subscribe. I will be ranking these bosses by difficulty based on my own personal experience, so if you don't agree, that is fine. The bosses I will be ranking are Lancer from the beginning, C round, K round through bowing, Clover, Susie and Lancer, Lancer vs. Susie, K round through throwing, Chaos King, and, lastly but not leastly, Jebel. Without further ado, let's begin with our number 9. Okay, so these ones are a little weird. For the K round fights, it isn't possible to win through violence, so technically this would make them the most difficult, but that doesn't really make sense, so unfortunately I must leave these two at the bottom. I have, however, placed K round through bowing a little higher since it is a little longer of a fight. Now we begin with the real rankings. Our number 7 spot goes to Clover. Although a cool fight, and a cool character, when fought through violence the fight doesn't last very long. It was my shortest fight by far, faster than the first Lancer battle. The one that introduces fighting, not much to say, sorry. Next we have our number 6, Lancer vs. Susie. Although this is my personal favorite scene from Chapter 1, the fight is pretty simple. The attacks are simple, the actions are automatically chosen by Susie, and then by the end of the fight, Lancer isn't even trying to hit you anymore. Kind of reminds me of another fight. At number 5, I put Lancer from the beginning. This fight has to be easy, since it is the first time the player is introduced to the battle format. However, compared to some of the other fights, this one is a little longer, and some of the attacks are a little more difficult. Although still easy, that places the fight a little higher than others. In number 4 is Susie and Lancer. This fight is where things get much more difficult. None of the Chapter 1 bosses are extremely difficult, but for someone that is just starting out, I can see this one being a little harder. The fight isn't very fast or straightforward either. I think overall this is a pretty good fight, considering how much later it comes in the chapter. Following that, we have number 3, the Chaos King. This fight is more difficult than the other fights in this chapter, but compared to the other final bosses, he is pretty easy. Especially if you unlock Susie's Red Buster, the fight shouldn't give you too much trouble. A good fight, but also a little boring nonetheless. With our number 2 spot comes the fan favorite Jebel. If you don't know by now, Jebel is the secret boss of this chapter, and with that comes an incredibly difficult fight. This is my longest fight by far, and absolutely deserves to be on top of this list. So yeah, that was my ranking. If you thought I ranked them well, then... What? I forgot one? Let me see. Ah, right. My number 1 spot. The undoubtedly most difficult boss in this whole chapter.